Hey guys, this is Jason with Lester River Bushcraft here in Duluth, Minnesota. So we're out in the shop today, and I've had some questions on the new wind pouch, which in typical Jason fashion, we released a product limited without me giving a proper introduction to what it is. So it came up with this little pouch, and it's got two pockets inside of it. They're basically the same size as our smaller pocket that we do for the sear knife for Station 9. They're about 5 inches deep. These have a bit different lid on them, and they're about 1 inch gusset in them. Now, this thing's made out of 500D. There's webbing loops that are stitched in, so there's multiple places to be able to attach items. And then there's one pocket that can be opened while it's closed. So the close-up of that is, I had somebody ask, well, the pocket flaps are different lengths, and yes, they are, and that's intentional. This is so when it closes, the snaps don't drag on each other. This one has to be shorter, so the flap can invert and it can open. So the whole concept of this, honestly, was built around this fire starter. I like this so much. And I'm in no way affiliated with these guys whatsoever. I've reached out and let them know that I think this is like one of the best products out there as far as a gross motor skill, like get a fire going in crappy conditions. And there's a green cord on it and a red cord on it, and green to ground, or green's got a loop in it, and you attach that to like a log and pull the red one. And these things will burn for 30 minutes. I've timed them multiple different times. I brought these to class. And I'll be like, hey, and if anybody was on the struggle bus through the whole class and still doesn't have a handle on it, and even if you do have a handle on it, there is really no reason not to carry something that works like this. This to me is like just shy of like a road flare and diesel fuel in a compact package. So it just so happens that it's perfect. So this kind of just happened a little bit by accident and a little bit by plan, but it's often been the byproducts of the things we've set out to do that have been good ideas around here. So I'm sewing these for right now. I got a machine about 3 weeks ago. I wanted to, again, just do the R&D end of things so I could bring like a crude concept piece to my business partner, and then she could refine it and do, well, she's busy with closing. So I figured I would just start making a few, and I made a few. I've made quite a few. I've been on this machine a lot in 3 weeks, and we're starting to figure some things out. So I figured, you know what? I'm going to throw some of these out at an introductory price. I'm trying to do about 10 a week right now. I sent the first batch out, and I got a good customer. John Watson got a couple of them from me, Bushcraft and Baseball, as many of you will know on here. And WIN was the acronym that I gave this for, like, what's important now. And I learned that at a class from a good friend of mine, Jerry Saunders, who owns Corvus Survival. And I thought that was fitting because it's what's important now. And John put a thing in here as whatever I need, which is the same acronym that they use in my kids' school. Like, they had a WIN hour at school, and that was basically whatever you needed to work on in that hour, right? So again, that applies the same. So that acronym works both ways. And this is really can be PSK, first aid, like whatever. I mean, there's devoted first aid kits that I think are going to be better suited for that. But I've even made this and put like a power bank in here because of these, like slid a power bank in behind here. And then I got access to the ports in top, and I can charge my phone. So it's really, this is kind of the Gen 1 of it. There's going to be some small changes that are going to happen. So if you're looking for the final product, no changes, is kind of work in progress. But as we do this, I'll try to release 10 of them a week. The basic platform and concept's not going to change, but there might be little tweaks here and there. I've got Tropic Multicam, Black Multicam. I got more Woodland. There's 11 more Woodland that are on the bench right now, and I'm working on those. So again, if for any reason you get one of these and it's not your thing, the quality's not there, whatever. I mean, that goes to say with our clothing too. Occasionally we'll get somebody to get something that's like, hey, this just isn't my thing. I'm like, yeah, just return it. It's not a big deal. And especially on this being I'm making these, and good, they're not perfect. I'm getting better. I'm working through it. And if you like it, great. If it's, if it's not good enough, I understand. It's okay. I'm picky too, and I see imperfections that I don't like, but at the same way, this is to me, I thought this was the best way to interact with you guys, put something out there, and as I work on it. Now, structurally, I mean, it's not going to fall apart on you. And again, if you have any issues with workmanship or something like that, again, human beings are involved. People make mistakes. We make mistakes too. Like I said, if we ever do anything perfect, like, I apologize. It wasn't intentional. But everything's, everything's tacked, back tacked and tacked right. They're built right. I mean, as far as that end of it goes, like, I've yarded on these things and it's all 500D using bonded nylon thread. So again, thanks for looking. Thanks for paying attention to what we're doing over here. And I'm really excited to see where this goes and where this part of it takes us. We're not doing clothing anymore. That's our bread and butter. We're always going to do that. This is just something to be able to get some ideas out there, product development end of what we're doing. And so far, people seem to be liking this. So thanks a lot for looking. And if you got any questions, throw them down in the comments. Again, I'm easy to get a hold of too, you guys. Like, my phone number's on the damn website, which is sort of crazy, but it is. So if you've got questions, concerns, whatever, reach out, let me know. And thanks for the continued support.